Hi everyone, welcome to this channel once again, the Merchant Construct-preneurs and tutors. Your go-to channel for everything about construction, engineering, what have you on site. So today we'll be looking at a very interesting topic, and it is about how to calculate slopes for roofs, roads, and drainages. Now you must have been hearing slope, you must have seen drawings that have different kind of slope expressed in either in degrees, in ratios, in percentages, or ingredients. So today we'll be breaking it down step by step, what you see and how you should interpret it, right? So it shouldn't be something that should scare you. So have you ever seen a roof that leaks, a road that floods, or a ramp that's too steep to use? Most of these failures come from the wrong slope calculation, right? So in this video I will show you how to calculate slopes correctly for roofs, roads, ramps, and drainages using simple formulas, real examples, site-friendly methods. So this is very simple actually. So what I'm going to be doing is giving you the basics, what is needed, how to convert it to something that is readable or what you'll be able to relate with, and then you just take it up from there, right? So because once a wrong slope is used, you see that the road is flooded, right? It is not actually channeled to the drainage. Even drainages, once they are not sloped properly, they tend to pond. Water tends to pond and build up around there, which is not supposed to be like that, right? So let us look at the definition of a slope. What exactly is a slope? Now, so for my definition here, a slope simply tells us how steep or slanting a surface is. Now, a slope is used to describe a situation whereby the surface is not flat. It's inclined to an angle, right? So in construction and civil engineering, slope is the ratio of the vertical rise to the horizontal length. That is, in simple English, rise over run. So rise is the vertical height, while the run is the horizontal. So once something is flat, there's no need to have a rise and the distance at which it is going. So it is flat, the slope is zero, and the flat surface, the slope is zero. But once the surface is not flat, like most of the roofs you see, they are sloped. So we need to look at this critically to know what really is sloped and how to calculate it. Now, like I said, slopes are expressed in various ways. Either there are four common ways they express slopes. So the first one is as a ratio 1 to 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 15, 1 to 20, 1 to 100, depending on the length. The slope can range. So it's expressed as a ratio, to meaning for every 1 unit vertical there are 10 units horizontal. Like we said in the definition of a slope, is rise divided by run, right? So 1 represents the rise, the vertical height, run, then 10 represents the run. So it's expressed as a percentage. Can be 2%, can be 1%, can be 10%, can be 15%, depending on the use of the road or use of the structure. As an angle, right? Degrees, whether it is 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 15 degrees, irrespective of what it is. So looking at this example, first one is the roof slope. Now looking at a common example, a pitch roof. So it has an horizontal span of 8 meters and has a vertical rise from the wall plate to the ridge as 1.6 meters. So we are expected to calculate the roof slope as a ratio, roof slope as a percentage, roof slope as an angle. So we have 3 questions inside this. What we are just given is we are given the span, horizontal span, and we are given the vertical height or the rise, right? So from this image you can see the 8 meters is the total span, but now we are going to take one part of it. So the run will now be 4 meters, while the rise is still the same thing because it's common to both sides. That's 1.6. So we will see how I'm going to break this down, simple and short. So you should first thing is to look at the solution. Now, what was given in the questions? Total roof span is 8 meters. Then the vertical rise to ridge is 1.6 meters. So for the first part of it, for roof, so one is divided. You have to divide it by 2, just as I explained in the first, in the previous slide. So slope is rise divided by 4. So the rise is 1.6 meters, while the run is 4 meters. So when you divide it, you have 0.4. Sorry, that meters is not supposed to be there. So number one, slope as a ratio. 0.4 is still the same thing as 4/10 when expressed as a fraction. And then now, when we now break it down, like expressed as a fraction, and then we now want to find the ratio of the fraction, we have it as 1:2.5. So the second one is calculate slope as a percentage. Now, slope as a percentage, since we already have our slope, you just multiply it by 100. So 0.4 multiplied by 100, we have 40%. Just as simple as that, right? It's just 40%. It's just as simple as that. Then the slope as an angle. So now this slope as an angle is expressed as tangent, like second function of tangent divided by this time, second function of tangent of the slope. So since our slope is 0.4, so arctan 0.4 is 21.8 degrees. So either you express it in these 3 ways, you can always walk back to your values, what you need in case you are given questions in degrees. You know how to work it back to actually give you the length and the run, right? Okay, so the next one is to example 2, road longitudinal slope. Now this is we are talking about, we know the first one is about roof. Now this one is about road. And then the problem statement states a road's cross section rises 0.6 meters over a horizontal distance of 30 meters. Calculate the road gradient and percentage slope. Right, so we have the rise and we have the run from the diagram here, free body diagram we have here. So as we know, what is a slope? A slope is vertical over horizontal, rise divided by run. So we're dividing 0.6 meters by 30 meters. That will give us the value of our slope. So I believe you are getting value from this content or from this video. Kindly click on the like button if you've not done that. Subscribe to this channel if you've not done that, and also share this video. Remember to share this video with others, especially people that are on site. If you want to be on site, you actually need all these small details. All these small details are actually what makes you build that gigantic building, and then it is not faulty in any way. You are not actually messing things up. So let's go back to our solving. What we are solving. So solution: the horizontal length is 30 meters. The vertical rise is 0.6 meters. So as usual, slope is rise divided by run, and then so we have 0.6 divided by 30. We have that 0.02, right? So now the slope, we are expressing slope as a percentage. So you just slope 0.02 multiplied by 100. That's 2% slope. As simple as that. The next one, slope in gradient, run divided by rise, is now the inverse. When you are expressing as a gradient, is the inverse. Run divided by rise. So 30 divided by 0.6 is 50. So slope in gradient is 1:50. So for every 1 meters, you have 50 horizontal distance. For every 1 meter rise, you have 50 horizontal distance. So the example 3, we are calculating for road crossfall. So this crossfall is just like when you are on the road, if you observe very well, you see that the road is not flat. It is sloping either ways to the drainage. So that is what we want to look at. So problem statement: a road is 7.2 meters wide and designed with a 2.5% crossfall for drainage. Calculate the height difference from the center line to the edge. Right? I believe this is explanatory enough, just like what we call camber in construction, road construction. So you have the road is sloping, and it is telling you that it's sloping at a 2.5% slope. Right, so we want to know the difference in height for us to achieve that 2.5 slope from the center line, that is the camber, to the drainage point. Right, so this is another way that we can be confronted with questions that have slope, so we need to tackle it. So first one, road width is 7.2, crossfall is 2.5%. That is the slope. So first I want to convert this percentage to decimal. So converting it to decimal, 2.5 divided by 100. That is it. So we are converting this slope by 0.025. So that is our slope. Right? Now, fall is equal to slope times width. It's just like saying slope is equal to fall divided by width. So the fall now is now what we are calculating. So our slope 0.025 multiplied by 7.2 width is 0.18 meters, expressing it as millimeter, so 180 millimeters. I don't know if this is confusing. If it's confusing, you just have to take it slowly and understand what just happened there. So example 4, drainage pipe slope calculation. Yeah, this is very interesting, especially for sink in your kitchen, in your bathroom. You need to ensure that this slope is adequate enough. If not, water will just pond. So a drainage pipe runs for 24 meters, right, with a required slope of 1%. Calculate the total vertical fall, just similar to the previous example. So if you didn't get that example, I'm sure you're going to be able to, you're going to get it from this. So the first one now, this slope has been expressed as a percentage. So we need to convert it back to its raw form of the slope, that is to decimal. Right? So that is the first thing to do. We'll convert it to decimal. So 1% is just 1 over 100. And 1 over 100 is 0.01. Right? So this will guide us to understand this thing, that once it's expressed in percentage, we can actually convert it back to decimal. It's expressed as a decimal, we'll convert it to a ratio, you can convert it to a gradient, you can convert it to a percentage. So we are given in the question drain length as 24 meters, required slope as 1%. So first we'll convert the percentage slope to a decimal slope. So 1% is equivalent to 1 divided by 100. And once we perform that mathematics, it is 0.01. So fall is equal to slope multiplied by width. Fall is still the height, width is the horizontal length. So just as from the formula, slope is equal to rise divided by fall, rise divided by run. So that is just the same thing. We're also using fall as a subject of the formula here. So slope is 0.01 multiplied by 24. So we have it at 0.24 meters, equivalent to 240 millimeters when you convert it to millimeters. So the vertical fall is what? 240 millimeters. So the fifth example, we are calculating for the ramp slope. And what is a ramp? A ramp is an inclined surface that is constructed to ease movement, especially for disabled people that uses wheelchair, and for the elderly that cannot climb steps. So from this, you have a ramp rises 0.75 meters over horizontal length of 9 meters. Now I want to check if it meets the maximum 8% slope requirement. Right? So this is already giving us this value and telling us this is the maximum it should be, so that it will be able to support or achieve what we're supposed to achieve. Right? So first thing first, we need to calculate the slope, what the slope is, and then we'll convert it to percentage, and we'll compare it to the requirement, the maximum slope requirement for a construction of a ramp. I hope this is clear. So first thing is what were we given? We're given the vertical rise as 0.75 meters, the horizontal length as 9 meters. Now the maximum allowed slope is equals to 8%. All right. So first thing, we're calculating slope and then we're converting it to percentage. I did everything together here. So slope is rise divided by run. That is 0.75 divided by 9. Then you have 0.0833. Converting to percentage now be multiplied by 100. So we have 8.33%. So comparing it to the maximum allowed slope of 8%, you can see that the ramp does not conform to the allowable slope. So best thing is to extend the length, or better still reduce the height, so that it's going to achieve, you're going to achieve that maximum allowed slope for the construction of a ramp, right? So you can see that to calculate slope or to convert slope so that you understand is very, very easy. In some way, so slope is just rise divided by run. It can be expressed as a ratio, as a percentage, as an angle, or a gradient. So always check standards and local codes when you are doing this. For the recommended slopes for various structural elements, for roofs ranges of 5 degrees to 30 degrees, flat roofs 1 to 2%, roads 2 to 5%, ramps less than 8%, for wheelchairs, drains 1 to 2%. So when you have this thing in mind, even when you are working on site and you have a value that is going to give you anything higher than this range, then you know something is wrong. It's not going to actually function the way it's supposed to function. You just see water ponding. For the ramp, people are finding difficult to climb easily. They are just struggling. Road, we get flooded. Roofs, we get too flat or too steep, right? So thank you very much for watching this content. I believe you got value for this and I'm going to apply it in whatever you are doing. For more educative content on construction and construction engineering, kindly hit the like button and subscribe to this channel.